so welcome back to my video. I am currently, is it 5 or 6 days out? 5 days out from my figure debut at the NPC European. So today what we're going to cover off is a push video, so a 5 days out push video, kind of what that looks like. Not that it looks much different to I didn't know if you wanted me to stop when the car was there. No. Okay, so you're going to see a push video 5 days out. I'm also going to go through kind of quick wins of how to pack for going abroad, so kind of my 5 top tips of things that you can do to make packing easier. And obviously packing for a bodybuilding show and packing for kind of 2 bodybuilders is very different to just going on a holiday, so I'll kind of run through that and kind of what I do kind of from experience and how it works, and then that's kind of it. So we're going to go into Tesco now, do some little bits of food shopping that we need for like the next couple of days before we actually fly out to Alicante. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy the video.
Well, I'm not having it.
No. So 2 main things, no, maybe 3. 2, 3, anyway, don't matter. Always get, oh, Caesar's doing the pie, okay. Yeah. Always get 2 suitcases, 2 big ones, especially if there's 2 of you going. One of them you can actually use obviously for clothes and what you need, but we're only going for 5 days, we don't actually need that many clothes, especially because like one of the days we're basically naked all day. Wait, that sounds really bad. You don't go naked at a bodybuilding show, you do wear something, but it's not a lot. All of the carbs are in here. We've got things that work for us, as in like the certain carbs which work for us. So we like to make sure that kind of we have those things, so like the bagels, the squares bars, the cocoa pot bars, the certain types of rice that we like to use, because we don't know if we're going to be able to get it when we're there. I know that there are supermarkets that kind of cross-correlate with the things that we have here to there, but we don't know if we're going to be able to get everything. That's why we like to take it with us. And then we have obviously got the JP cream of rice, the JP whey, all kind of in. I've kind of suction packed it myself by pressing it down just to make sure that it's like a little bit less. I've got all of the sustain and like the intros and stuff in here that I'm also going to put into little freezer bags and suction pack, just because then it's easier for me to be able to put into the suitcase. Another thing is obviously we don't want to be able to take all of our kind of health subs little containers, you know, like the curcumin, Halicon, different bits kind of from the JP range. So we just get the little the tablet boxes and just put them in there, and then obviously that is it. So in my travel luggage that I'm going to take on the plane, I always make sure that I have everything that I'm going to need on show day. So my jewellery is in here, my shoes for show day are in here, and then my bikini for show day is in here. I also take my sliders because on show day you don't really want to be wearing trainers, because if you put socks on and the tan starts rubbing, obviously it'll ruin your trainers and it'll also ruin your tan. Which brings me on to another thing. When you do actually travel abroad, I know that the reason why I put all of this in here is obviously because what happens if you get there and then your big suitcase isn't there, you've then not got everything for show day. If I don't have any clothes for any of the time but I've got everything for my competition day, I'm just not bothered. Obviously I can go and buy food and whatnot there. If I've got kind of everything that I need for that day in here, I know that it's with me. I'm having my makeup done there, so I don't need to worry about my makeup, and I'm also having my tan done there. I know that having your tan done abroad can be expensive, but then if you don't buy it abroad and then you get there, and obviously you won't be able to take them big liquid bottles into your hand luggage, so if you get there and then your big suitcase isn't there, what are you going to do in terms of your tan? So I would always say that when you are actually travelling abroad, do make sure that you are getting your makeup and your tan done there, just to kind of eliminate the stress of whether your bag's going to be there or not. Obviously that's like worst case scenario, but I always like to plan ahead just in case anything goes wrong. So this is in there. Also have some training stuff in there, just so that then when we get there I don't have to think about rummaging through my big bag. I can just kind of get myself ready to go train and go and smash a session. But that's kind of it with the packing. Just make sure that you pack a few days in advance. Make sure that you've got everything in there. Make sure that you know where the closest supermarket is to your hotel, how far away your venue is from your hotel. Make sure that you've got everything planned so that there's not going to be any extra stresses when you're there. When you do go abroad, if you can drive, I would always say get a car. It's not nice to be sweating about walking the streets when you've got your baton on. Always nice to be in a bit of an air-conditioned car, but that's it. So prep update, obviously as I said, I am 5 days out, currently weighing around 53 kilos, just kind of refeeding and bringing it back down as and when. Happy with the physique, kind of to say that it's my first time doing figure. Obviously not always fully happy or satisfied, always want more, but that can come next time. I'm really excited to go into off season after these next couple of competitions to get that real good rebound and real good growth and progress post competition and diet phase. That's possibly the most crucial part, I think, to a bodybuilding journey, the post-show period, which I will actually be going into, and me and Kuba are actually coming up with some names for that series of my kind of growing phase back into competitions next year. But anyway, that's a rough kind of guide of where I am with prep. Rest day foods are 1.9 thousand calories, training days are 2.2, so food is still really high to say that I am 6 days out. But yeah, that's the importance of an off season. So I have got my bikini now from my beautiful sponsor Divasfitwear, or actually name is Babette. She's one of my real close friends now. Went to see her yesterday for a nice little coffee and catch up and to try on the bikini, which fits like a glove, so I'm really happy with it. And this is the bikini, so nice and sparkly and red and gold and all the colours that I really wanted, we've been able to incorporate into with a really lovely design. So I'm very excited to wear it and to make her proud on stage as well. But yeah, this is my lovely bikini. Right, so we are just at Starbucks getting the normal coffee pre-training. Oh, thanks, because I'm pretty. With Kuba, Lars and AJ, ready to hit push. So yeah, we'll catch up at the gym. So we're just about to train push. I've decided to forget my bag because I've packed it all ready to go to Alicante. So I'm using a rip out of Lars's, what's it called, logbook. And borrowing everybody else's things to be able to do my session, but it doesn't matter because we're 5 days out, so we're allowed to forget things. And it is ready for Alicante, so it's alright. But yeah, so on to push today. I don't think I might have trained push for my YouTube, I'm not too sure, but I'm going to show you how we hit it at kind of 5 days out. So the two main presses that we're going to do today are the Atlantis shoulder press and a dumbbell low incline chest press. This is possibly the first session that I see strength dip when I'm in a prep, obviously, because as I get smaller I have less stability with my upper body, so unable to press as much as what I do in the off season, but managed to maintain strength until around 2 weeks ago, which actually tied in quite well with when my food got dropped. So it was kind of inevitable, but still managed to press some good numbers, still managed to keep quite good fullness and kind of size to my delts this time, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, going to hit it now, and we'll go through the session as we go on. Thank you.
Shoulders, not that they were one of my weaknesses because they were one of my strengths really as a bikini girl, but obviously moving from bikini to figure, they obviously needed to get a lot better. So I've really focused on kind of the form when it's come to doing shoulders. I used to try and press really heavy and my form or my depth or my tempo would be really rubbish, and then that's obviously not optimal for growth. So I've really tried to focus on my form. So with kind of lat raises, which was the first exercise, I've tried to make sure that shoulders are always sat forwards, pulling up nice and slow, keeping it in like a neutral position for my shoulder and then back down. Find that a lot of people, especially the girls that I work with, try and pull back their shoulders and then kind of pull from there. That means that they're just engaging their traps, and you find that a lot of girls do that anyway, or men, but yeah, I mostly work with girls. And then the same here, we're going to move on to the shoulder press, and again we've got to try and keep elbows and everything in a position that's not compromising for the shoulder joint. So elbows are sat forwards, pressing up and forwards above your head rather than kind of behind, because obviously if not, you're at risk of hurting your shoulder. I've dislocated mine twice, so I don't want to risk hurting it anymore. Slow the way down. Laura is queen hairdresser for Meg because she can't do her own hair because she's the worst girl in the world, so Laura makes me girly. Let's go. Easy. Easy, come on. Yes, Lord. close grips a little bit wrong, so I was doing them too close, which basically meant that I was just putting loads of pressure on my wrists. So I've made it a little bit wider now, just keeping my elbows into my side, which means it just hits my tricep. Obviously, you can still get my chest, but it hits my tricep a little bit more. So yeah, always learning, because it was really good. Perfect. Keep them in. Perfect, was it? Lovely. And again. All the way down. Perfect. Slow. Drive it out. Yeah. And again. Good. And again. And again. All you, all you. Nice. Always in. Nice one, come on. And again. Come on, chest up. We've just done a close grip press.
What was it? A close
We have just done the close flat bench, close, whatever you want to call it. We've just done a close grip press. And then we just moved on to single arm lateral raises. Again, thinking about keeping my shoulder kind of in a neutral position to the sat to the front as I pull up, keeping the shoulder down just to make sure that it's like really focused on my side delts. Feeling alright, not feeling too dead during my session at the moment, so it's all good. we've just finished push. That's my last push session. No, it's not. It's not my last push session. No. Ignore me. It's not my last push session. I can't even say it. Wait. Push session. It's a tongue twister. Right, so that was my second to last push session of my prep for the NPC European. Felt strong-ish. Felt strong for how far I am and for how lean I am. I felt quite strong. Obviously accompanied by my good friend Loz, who's been the person who's kind of pushed me through the last bit of off season when we first started training together, and then our preps through together. I'm actually really looking forward to her progress over the next couple of years. I've actually managed to tell her to move over to
I'm taking the leap to figure now.
Yes, and I think that it's a very good choice. She's got a really lovely shape and she works really hard. Lots of people had negative things to say about me moving over to figure, saying that I weren't ever going to be big enough or good enough. One day I will be, in terms of in the pro ranks, but I think I've done a good job of transferring over, and I'm pretty sure that Loz will do the same thing with a really hefty off season as well, because she's not scared to push up the food or to train hard. So we'll see some good progress together. I'm actually really looking forward to our off season together in a few weeks. It'll be really sound. We get on really well out of the gym, so it's just nice to train with someone who I actually really get on with. So yeah, good push session. Looking forward to the competition this weekend. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my YouTube video. Please tune in for more. Like and subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Instagram. Please follow Loz on Instagram. Please follow Gaz on Instagram, because you know we're just the team. But yeah, thank you for watching.